Welcome food travelers to an episode here in Hong Kong. In this episode, we make our way to Central to the IFC Mall to grab brunch at Tasty Congee Noodle Wantun shop. I was staying in the West Admiralty close to Wan Chai at the time of this recording, and I just woke up really early when I had jet lag, and I decided to walk towards the waterfront. I had read about this expansion of this waterfront walkway, which is a 13 kilometers promenade that runs all the way from Kennedy Town through Central to East Hong Kong Island. And the last time we were here, Simon, this whole section was not open yet, and it was still under construction. So it's really nice to actually see it open and actually walk for a little bit parts of it too. I saw so many runners, so many groups of people just going on it, and I think it was really good use of that area. So as I got to the IFC Mall, as I went to this Wonton shop, and they are a Michelin recognized Cantonese restaurant chain in Hong Kong, and they open daily from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. The restaurant opened since 1996, and they were founded in the Happy Valley area. They have a few different locations, one in the airport and also one across the harbor in the Kowloon side at the Elements Mall, and they're famous for like the rich egg noodles and the plum juicy shrimp wontons.
Yeah, it definitely looks interesting. It reminds me of kind of when we were there and we went to a whole bunch of different restaurants. It has that same vibe. Of course, definitely in a mall, which there were lots and lots of restaurants located in the mall. Kind of going back to the walkway, it kind of reminds me of what happened here in Seattle, that we had that big renovation on the waterfront and there's all this new walking space and everything else. It also kind of reminds me of that kind of famous shot where the hurricane was coming into Hong Kong and there was the guy who was sitting as the water was coming over. The area kind of looks like where he was at, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, probably not the same spot, but it does look familiar in that sense. But so talking about the food that I got here, the wonton, it's very different from the, I guess, Western style ones, where the way that's made is more shrimp to pork ratio. I think it's something like, I read it's like 7:3 ratio where of shrimp to pork, which gives that wonton a little bit more bounce, snappy texture to it. In addition to the bowl of wonton, I ordered the soup of the day, which is a double boiled, in Cantonese we call it dan tong, which is made with dark leafy greens with pork lung, watercress, sweet pork bones. Soup is very flavorful because they were made in the ceramic jar, and they always keep the lid shut tight, so it always arrives extremely hot and it's kind of slow cooked in 4 to 6 hours, and there's just so much flavor to it. It was extremely hot in Hong Kong, so it's very rare to see me to drink something like this, but since I was there visiting, I definitely had to get something like that. But moving along, after lunch, I went up to the central mid-levels area. I went on this mid-levels escalator, and until this day, they still hold the title for the longest outdoor covered escalator area. It stretching over 800 meters or 2,600 feet, climbs over 135 meters or 443 feet up a steep hillside. Do you remember taking that, Simon?
Yeah, I remember that one pretty well because it was nice taking it going up, because walking up all those hills that are located in Hong Kong is not that much fun unless you're hiking and then you're planning to go up hills. That's one thing, but walking up all these hills and not planning a hike, then definitely having that escalator was really nice. So I do remember that very well.
Yeah, so another information about those, the escalator is free of charge, of course, and the system of the escalator, it moves up one direction during the daytime or morning commute, or I mean downhill for morning commute, from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. for people going to work, and then from 10 a.m. to midnight for when people are going home, and nightlife, it goes uphill. But moving along, after going here to this Victoria prison, or it kind of it used to be a very famous prison from back in the day. I just thought it was pretty fun to hang out in there because it's nice and chilled and cooled. It's just so hot in Hong Kong, and it's just a nice spot to check out if you're in the area after walking around and eating lunch. But after that, I mainly went to this prison coffee house. It's called the on the Hill Coffee Bar, and they do have few different locations. This one's located in the Hall E next to the JC Cube within the Tai Kwun Heritage Center in Central. And they use this old jail hall for the coffee shop and the sitting area, and they're open daily from 9:30 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. And I ordered something called the Deluxe 30, which was recommended by the barista.
I thought that was really interesting because we've been to other restaurants with prison themes, but because of course it's always like a normal restaurant but themed with it. But this definitely takes the cake in terms of being an actual former prison that has turned into a restaurant, in this case a cafe as well. So it looked really interesting.
Yeah, it definitely is, because you can actually, I guess, be a prisoner and sit in the jail cell while drinking and enjoying your luxury coffee in this case. With the Dirty Harry, I don't know if you've ever had something like this, Simon. They use the extra cold sweet milk layer with espresso, and it tastes kind of different. A kind of creamy milk with, I guess, texture. It kind of feels like cheese foam or melted ice cream.
Are you not supposed to mix it up? Is it supposed to be kept separate like that?
Yeah, they told me to drink it separately and take a sip or a shot of the milk and then take a shot of the espresso so that you can taste the differences in it. I personally can't tell too much difference. Maybe I'm just not enough of a coffee expert, but it's definitely different from what we normally order at coffee shops. But overall, if you're in Hong Kong, you're looking for something to do or somewhere to hang out, check out either of these restaurants or this coffee in the prison. And to wrap up the episode are the notables. Unfortunately for this one, there are none.
If you've enjoyed the content you've seen, don't forget to support the channel and hit like and subscribe. And if you want to see additional pictures of food and our travels, go over to our Instagram page and follow us there. And thanks for watching.